Hello, hello. Welcome to the free mini training, My 6 Business Coaching Pillars. Today I am going to teach you about my 6 business coaching pillars and how to integrate them into your business and into your life. As you're joining, please say hi. Welcome, welcome. Please say hi as you are joining this training. I'm super excited to give it. Before I get to the training and to the 6 pillars and how to integrate them, the EmpowerHER Mastermind is open for enrollment and we start next Friday. This program, it's a 3-month program. It's open to women, female entrepreneurs, coaches, and in the wellness industry and beyond who want to come together in a community and work together for 3 months on their business. It combines both one-on-one calls with me and group trainings. So if you want the details for that, link is in my bio. Just go ahead and check it out. And it's starting next Friday, and I would love to have you in this program. All right, so to the training today, which is my 6 business coaching pillars and how to integrate them into your business and life. So the 6 are energy, number 1. Energy management is number 1. Number 2 is energetics, and energetics is different than energy management. And energetics falls into energy management. Health, yes, health is one of these. And health falls into energy management too. So these first 3, energy management, energetics, and health, they are on the side of personal development, self-development, and health, and how that supports you thriving in your business and your business growing. So yes, as you're joining the training, please say hello. And then the other 3 are business strategy. Obviously, this is business coaching. You're building a business. We need tactical business strategy, right? But within that business strategy, it's also joy falls into the business strategy and intuitive business. So those are the other 3 pillars. So we have energy management, energetics, and health, business strategy, joy, and intuitive business. And I'm going to explain how the intuitive business and the joy support the business strategy. They fall under that pillar. So the second 3 are related to business building, tactical business strategy, but with an energetic side in terms of joy and intuitive business. So let's start with energy management. Energy management, number 1, I work with coaches, right? I help coaches start, grow, scale their online businesses. So as a coach and as a coach archetype, it is, because I'm a coach, it is our archetype to operate from a place of service and serve our clients first, oftentimes at the expense of our health, of our mental health, our physical health. We're giving and we're giving and we're giving because we love what we do and we do what we love and we love to serve our clients and we love to help our clients. So oftentimes we forget to take care of ourselves. We take such good care of our clients that we forget to take care of ourselves. It's like the oxygen mask analogy on a plane, right? So you want to secure your oxygen mask first before you're helping others. But oftentimes as coaches, it's within our DNA, within our archetype that we just that is something that we want to serve others and help others first. And where we see this is under energy management. Number 1, we see it within our schedules. So we see it where we're spreading ourselves too thin, where we're offering to our clients that we're available to respond and do client check-ins 24/7. We're sacrificing our fitness, our nutrition, our sleep, we're working late, things like that. So as far as the energy management pillar, when I have a client come on board, the first thing that we get down to business on is, what do you love in your business? What do you hate in your business? What do you love about your schedule? What do you hate about your schedule? And we really break it down and I help them to get their schedule organized, because it all starts with your schedule. So ways that you can, and for a perfect example is on Wednesday, I was doing a strategy call with a client, and she had her availability for client check-ins and to provide client support literally as 24/7. And I said to her, okay, well, do you really want to be available 24/7? And then she said, no, really, it's more like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then on Fridays, I'm done by 2. So I said, well, let's do that. Let's change it to that. So we did. So we changed it to Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then Fridays from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. And then she said on Sundays what she does is she sends out a weekly email that just like helps her clients kick off the week and everything. So then, there's just a Sunday weekly check-in to help them get started for the week, to get prepped up for the week. So we completely changed that, because I'm like, you do not want to be on 24/7. You need time. When it comes to energy management, as a coach, you need time to be able to rest and rejuvenate and to be able to show up so that you can show up 100% for your clients. If you're constantly giving to others and you're not giving anything to yourself, you're not structuring your schedule in a way that you're able to give back to yourself and to regain your energy, then you can't be super coach. You cannot show up as super coach. So energy management, some tips to integrate this into your business. Number one, let's start with boundaries. So just like what I was just talking about in terms of what you would do in terms of when you're available for your clients, right? So number one, let's talk about boundaries in terms of client check-ins and when you're responding to client messages. Let's establish that boundary and just make sure that it's within a time frame. Like, for example, the client that I was just talking about, she knew that by 2 p.m. on Fridays, she's done. She's cashed out. So, don't try to be forcing yourself to respond to messages on Fridays after 2 p.m. because, it's not going to work for her, right? So establish those boundaries with your schedule. Make sure you're super, super clear about when you're available, when you're not available for your clients in terms of check-ins and responding to them. And then also as it relates to, sorry, my chair is turning. Also as it relates to boundaries, calendar blocking. So you want to use calendar blocking, and what that means is I always recommend to my clients, you start using Google Calendar if you don't already. Go in there and block out everything from when you wake up to when you take a shower to when you eat to when you have coaching calls. Block it out and color code the shit out of it and make it so that you are adhering to your calendar blocks. And if you don't go in there and you don't block it in, you don't block it when you're showering, you're eating lunch or anything like that, well, that's just open space for boundaries to be broken, right? So use Google Calendar, block out your calendar according to everything from your workouts to your walks, to your breakfast, to your lunch, to your coffee, to your meditation, all that stuff. And then also like when you're going to be taking client calls or when you're going to be doing like IG lives or when you're going to be doing course content creation or whatever that is, right? Okay, so number one, boundaries, get really clear on when you're available, when you're not available for your clients. Number two, start using Google Calendar, color code the shit out of it. Use calendar blocking to help you to stick to these boundaries, to stick to managing your time in these calendar blocks so you can be most efficient and so that you're making sure that you're blocking out time for yourself so that you can fill your cup up so you can be there for your clients, right? And then also batching, related to calendar blocking, batching tasks by energy type. So different types of tasks require different types of energy. So what I'm doing right now, I'm teaching, I'm in teacher mode, right? I'm on camera. This requires a much more different extroverted type of energy than the energy that's required for you to sit down and be creative and write an Instagram post, write an email, write sales write marketing copy for a sales page. It's totally different, right? This is more of a teacher energy, teacher coach energy, whereas the creator energy is much more introverted, and you can't be distracted by something like this. And Zoom coaching calls and client check-ins fall into this type of energy. And it's very hard to go from this type of energy to like all of a sudden I end the live and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go write marketing copy for a sales page. It's super hard to do that. It's very hard to have that task switch from one type of task to a completely different type of task. It's very taxing energetically. It will drain you of energy because this already drains you of energy. And then it's just having that task switching is going to be it's going to be very draining because it's very different. So what you want to do is you want to batch your tasks by energy type. And I recommend that you do this not just within a day, but you do it over the course of the week. So number one, just start on the weekly level and look at your week and decide, okay, which days are you going to dedicate to coaching calls and things like this, more extroverted activities? Which days are you going to dedicate to those Zoom calls with your clients, to the recording video content for your clients and things like that, right? For me, those days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I dedicate to be my coaching Zoom days and my the teacher coach extroverted days, right? So, and then Mondays and Fridays, I dedicate to be my CEO creator days. So I'm looking at my week and I'm batching my tasks by energy type over the course of the week. So Mondays, I have my team meetings and I'm working on things for my business. I don't have to generate this energy to be on camera and to be coaching my clients. I don't have to be doing that, right? I can be introverted, I can be writing, I can be creating courses, I can be writing marketing copy, I can be writing emails, Instagram posts, all that stuff. That's what I do on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays and Fridays are essentially, although today's a Friday and I'm doing an IG live, but it doesn't matter. They're typically like CEO days where it's like more of a creative introverted day for me. So look at your week, decide what days you want to have coaching calls with your clients and you want to be doing those more extroverted activities, and then decide those days that you want to be doing those more introverted activities. And then within a day, you also want to structure your day very similarly. So I don't take any coaching calls before 12 noon. I start any coaching calls with clients, I start at 12 noon, and that's because the morning time, the entire morning I dedicate to doing things for myself, which I'm going to get to this stuff when it comes to health. I haven't gotten to that yet. When it comes to that and like energetics, I spend my morning working on myself, getting my mind right. Maybe I do something creative in the morning. And then, because once I start having coaching calls with clients, like, I'm done. Like, I'm not writing any Instagram posts. I am not doing anything creative. My brain and body is like totally shot from that. So after you block out, you batch your tasks by energy type over the course of the weeks. By the course of the week, how do you find out one of my coaching calls? Link is in my bio. You can book a strategy call with me, or just send me a DM and we can chat about that. So you can either apply, link is in my bio to apply. You can either apply and we can book a discovery call, or you can just go ahead and buy a strategy call or send me a DM and we can chat more. I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. It will come back. Okay, yeah, so I was saying just over the course of the week, you want to make sure you're batching your tasks by energy type, and then after you get it done on the weekly level, then look at it on the day-by-day level. All right, so then from there, I've talked about establishing boundaries, using calendar blocking, batching tasks by energy type, technology, detox. All right, so I just need to grab some water. I'm a little thirsty right now. I'm talking a lot. Okay, let me just grab a sip. All right, so technology detox. So as a digital entrepreneur, if you are an online entrepreneur, we are on the computer, we are on our phones, we have so much blue light coming at us at all times. And if you work from home, we're just on our computers, and every space in our house there's probably this work energy of every space in your house. So number one, make sure you have a dedicated workspace. Like right here, this is my office. So this is my dedicated workspace. The other place that I sometimes work is in the kitchen, on the kitchen island. Those are the two places I typically work, right? I try not to work in other places in my house so that there's like work energy all throughout my house. So that's number one. Number two, you want to make sure when your day is over, if you work from home, you specifically have a ritual that helps you to end your workday. What is that ritual? What is that shift? What is that change that happens, right? Do you change your clothes? Do you go for a walk? You shut it down. So when I shut it down, and I'm generally shutting things down around 5 o'clock, somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m., I'm shutting it down. My ritual is that I take my dog for a walk. And then after I take my dog for a walk, I'm not getting back on my computer. So related to a technology detox, when I shut my workday down between 5 and 6 o'clock, I'm done. I'm not on there scrolling Instagram. I'm not like looking at my emails. And I have my phone set up so I don't have any notifications coming into my phone. I completely shut it down between 5 and 6 p.m., take my dog for a walk, come back, make dinner, feed her dinner, and that's it. And then enjoy the evening with my husband. And I put on blue light blockers, nighttime blue light blockers. They look like cataracts glasses a little bit. They're like tinted yellow, but I wear blue light blockers starting at around 7 p.m. I put them on. So I get this technology detox, boom. And I make it very clear every single day, that's my boundary with technology at the end of the day. And I make sure I have a specific ritual that signifies the change of the end of my workday because I work from home. So that's really important. So that's energy management. Now in the energy management pillar, there are two other pillars that are their own pillars, but also fall under energy management. So, and those two pillars are energetics and health. So as it relates to energetics, I am a big believer in the law of attraction, the energy of the universe, in neuroplasticity, and just always bettering myself and personal development and self-development, and practicing positivity and things and implementing rituals that help me to be maintaining a higher energy vibe as much as I can. Because you know what? Yeah, we're human. We're going to have negative thoughts. We're going to have good days. We're going to have bad days, right? We're going to have some low vibe moments. But when it comes to the law of attraction and attracting what you want into your life, it's about maintaining those positive vibes and that positive thought for the majority of the time. So when it relates to energetics, it's about implementing those rituals and practices that help you to stay in that higher vibe energy. For me, it's having a practice of a morning meditation, journaling, reading 10 pages of a book that usually something that's more along the lines of spiritual related, law of attraction related. Like right now I have two different books that I'm reading. Well, I'm listening to one on Audible and then I'm reading two different ones. So I'm listening to The Code of the Extraordinary Mind by Vishen Lakhiani. He is the CEO and founder of Mind Valley. And then I'm rereading, because I listened to The Power of Intention by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I listened to it on Audible, but I'm actually reading the book. And I'm also reading a book by Joe Dispenza, which right now I can't think of the name of it. So it's about reading, implementing practices like meditation, journaling, pulling cards, reading 10 pages of a book that gets your mind right in the morning. So that is energetics. So that is implementing these practices that help you to stay in that higher vibe, right? And making sure throughout the day too, you have other fallback practices that help you to be able to shift into that positive vibe if you're shifting out of it. Okay. So that's the energetics of it all. And making sure related to energetics, this relates to joy and intuitive business, which are pillars I'm going to talk about in a little bit, that making sure that when you are making decisions to do things, that you feel good about that decision. When you're launching a program, a course, or a product, you feel good about that launch. You feel good about creating it. You're not doing anything because you feel like you have to, right? And that is definitely related to joy and intuitive business. So I'll talk about that in a minute. So energetics, and then health. And health falls under energy management. And it also relates to your calendar, because making sure that as a digital entrepreneur who works from home, that you keep up with, that you integrate. If you're not like, my background is in fitness, right? So I spent over 17 years working in the fitness industry before I pivoted to business coaching in 2020. And so fitness is a huge part of my life. It's just a very big part of who I am as a human being. Strength training, kettlebells, exercise, and nutrition. It's who I am to my core. It's in my DNA. So integrating those things into my life and making sure I'm blocking out time for them is not hard. But for some entrepreneurs, it is, because it's not something that comes firsthand to them. So making sure that as it relates to energy management, as it relates to calendar blocking and getting your calendar structured, making sure that you are keeping up, you are scheduling exercise in on a daily basis, that you're going for a walk daily, that you're making sure that you're scheduling in your meals and you're eating at regular intervals and you're eating wholesome, healthy, nutritious foods. So health is a really huge part of is a really huge part of energy management, and it's a very, very important pillar. And then it also relates to health is also related to like the digital detox, right? So since we are constantly exposed to blue light, and hormone balance used to be one of my areas of expertise when I worked in the fitness industry. So it's the blue light, what it does, this artificial light, is it screws with how we are producing melatonin, okay? So your body, your eyes, and your body knows to stop producing melatonin when the sun rises. That's how connected, by the way, that's how connected to the earth and to the universe and to nature we are. It's that when the sun rises, your eyes, and this is before artificial light, sense the sun rising and the light. And as a result, your body stops producing melatonin. And then when the sun sets, your eyes sense that it's getting dark and your body starts producing melatonin. It's pretty crazy, right? And then that relates to your circadian rhythm, and then that relates to regulating your cortisol. Well, since we are constantly on our phones and on our computers, and we have all this artificial light now, and it's also blue light is a real culprit in terms of just regulating your cortisol and your circadian rhythm, we have to make sure that we are managing that. And we're managing that by shutting down work at a normal hour, like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and we're not getting on our phones or on our computer, and we're wearing nighttime blue light blockers, right? And we're doing that. That all falls under and going for daily walks in the morning sometime, usually by 10 a.m. is really good to do to help with your regulating your circadian rhythm and your cortisol. So that falls under the health pillar. So the 3 pillars that I just covered were energy management, energetics, and health. And energetics and health, they fall into that energy management. And there's so much more I could get into, but this is going long. So, all right, so let's talk about the next 3, which are business strategy, intuitive business, and joy. Okay, so I am a business coach. Yes, it's not about just and I am a spiritual business coach. Absolutely. I'm all about combining practical business strategy and energetic and spiritual principles in your business. Absolutely. But we do need the practical business strategy. We do need that. So of course, I teach all the practical business strategy in terms of creating social media marketing sequences and email sequences for launches and launch strategy and all that stuff, right? And systems to support your business and pricing strategy and transformational sales and all that. So yes, I teach all of that. But with that, joy and intuitive business fall into that too. So they are their own pillars, but they also fall under business strategy in that you never want to be forcing yourself to be doing any strategy that doesn't align with you. Any strategy that you feel a lot of resistance towards, any strategy that feels like a have to, or a should. And that is intuitive business. That is tapping into what is your intuition, what is your gut telling you that how you should market this thing, right? Do like loathe traditional launch strategy? What is it? You have to learn how to tune into that intuitive business. And one way to tune into it is to follow your joy, is to identify if you're having this feeling of like, that doesn't feel good to me, that feels really, really hard, or no, that feels really exciting and joyful and easy to me. Okay. So, and making sure that you're always that you are tuning into that on a regular basis. And sometimes we need a little bit of a pulse check, because we will get on Instagram and we'll see what, other people are doing, and and that will cause us not to trust ourselves, right? We'll stop trusting ourselves. We'll be like, we'll get into the comparison trap, and that person's doing that, so maybe I should be doing that, because that seems like that's working out really well. So we always have to have these pulse checks about what it is that we want. What do we really want? And what is our intuition telling us to do? What should we do, right? And here's the thing. I can teach you all the business strategy up the wazoo. You can learn so much business strategy until you're blue in the face. But if all of the other pillars are not in check, right? If you're not trusting yourself, you're not tapping into your intuition, you're forcing things that you're having a lot of resistance to, and you're not following your joy, your energy is shit, you're completely depleted, you have no boundaries, you have energy leaks everywhere, you're not taking time to fill your cup back up and doing what you need to do, you don't have any boundaries, and you're not taking care of your health. If all of the other pillars are in the shitter, there's no amount of business strategy that's going to help you to grow your business. There's just not. There's no way you're going to have a thriving business if you personally as an individual are not thriving. So you have to make sure you take care of yourself first, and you balance all those other pillars first, and then that will help you to tune into the business strategy that's right for you. And then once that's all aligned, then you can go forward with that business strategy that aligns for you. So those are some tips on how to integrate my 6 coaching pillars. And this is something that I work with my clients on every single time I work with them, whether it's one-on-one or in the EmpowerHER Mastermind. And this is what we're going to get down to business in the EmpowerHER Mastermind. So if this sounds interesting to you and you want to learn how to align your business to all of these pillars and keep the balance so that you can create a thriving business, link is in my bio for the details for the EmpowerHER Mastermind. We start next Friday. And of course, you can always DM me. We can just hop on a call. I'd love to have you in it. And it's closed. It's open to 10 women. That's it. Just 10 women. All right. Well, have a great rest of your Friday. I hope this was helpful. I'll be back on here real soon. Bye.